2 minutes. Om Shanti. Baba wants us to be sweet. And for that, I need to check my sanskars. The traces of the past sometimes emerge. The feelings of bitterness or dislike. So to transform all the sanskars, keep emerging my original eternal sanskars. So that the sanskar of love, inner calmness, they stay in the emerge form. Taking Drishti from Baba, and emerging the sweetness to make everyone joyful. Om Shanti.
हसरत है हमारी बाबा, कर दो वो पूरी आके, मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके, मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके।
तो जिस समय मैं शब्द यूज करती हूँ उस समय ये सोचो कि मैं कौन, मैं शरीर तो हुई नहीं ना। बॉडी कॉन्शियसनेस तब आवे जब मैं शरीर हूँ। नहीं कहेंगे ना, तो मैं शब्द तो और ही स्मृति और समृद्धि दिलाने वाला शब्द है, गिराने वाला नहीं। तो परिवर्तन करना है ना, विश्व परिवर्तक पक्के होना, देखना कच्चे नहीं बनना। तो मैं शब्द को भी अर्थ से परिवर्तन करूं। जब भी मैं शब्द बोलो, टिक जाओ उस सुर। मैं का अर्थ ये है, और मेरा मेरा भी कहना पड़ता है। तो जब मेरा शब्द यूज करते हो, तो सबसे पहला मेरा कौन? बाबा पक्का कि नहीं और भी है? और नहीं है? सारे दिन में मेरा मेरा तो बहुत बनाते हो। मेरा स्वभाव, मेरा संस्कार, मेरी ये चीजें, मेरा परिवार, मेरा सेंटर, मेरा जिज्ञासु, मेरी सेवा। मेरी सेवा भी किसने क्यों की? मेरी है ना, ये नहीं कहते हो? थोड़ा थोड़ा तो कहते हो, खेल तो करते हो। तो जब मेरा शब्द बोलते हो, तो मेरा कहने से ही पहले ये याद करो कि मेरा कौन। पहले मेरा बाबा याद करो, फिर मेरा और याद करो। तो जहाँ पाप होगा वहां देह अपमान आएगा, गिरावट आएंगी। तो मैं और मेरा, इन दोनों शब्दों को उस वृत्ति से, उस दृष्टि से, उस अर्थ से देखो और बोलो। मेरा शब्द निकले मुख से और पहले मेरा बाबा याद, तो निरंतर योगी तो हो जाएंगे ना।
बड़ी मन भावनी मुरली प्रेम से प्राणों को सींचे, रसीली तान की ये डोर आपकी ओर ही खींचे, आपकी ओर ही खींचे। रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में।
Om Shanti. Be one with elevated self-respect and continue to give regard to everyone. Make your own record. In order to keep your record good, give regard to everyone. To the extent that someone gives regard to others, accordingly, his record remains fine. Give regard to others and make your own record. Just as to help the yajna is to receive help, in the same way, to give regard is to receive regard. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today is day 9. Be one with elevated self respect and continue to give regard to everyone. Today's topic: make your own record. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Is everyone okay? Yes? Well, we have a Vyakti Parivar and we have what I call a Vyakti Parivar. One I cannot call Vyakti Parivar. Farishta Parivar. Mm. So we welcome right, this family here. Mm. Since we had been taking these Avyakti signals to experiment and to really deeply look at ourselves, I find it very, very useful. And I feel that Baba's through his teachings gives us what we need at the moment. Like this morning, when Baba said in Murli, we should be very sweet. Giving respect connects a lot with sweetness. And sweetness is not connected with love. And love is not necessarily, I need to say I love you, but love is something very, very natural in the soul, in its eternal stage. So more I go into my eternal stage of as a soul, love is the first quality. Purity is very natural anyway, because soul is light and might and purity. So purity is there, but with purity, the love which emerges for everyone. We shouldn't even use word everyone. There is love, so everyone feels that, but that love comes through the sweetness. And this kind of sweetness, which we have learned from Baba, is different from Lokik sweetness. I remember that when I start coming to the center in Delhi, at that time we still had all dadis. And one of the attraction to go to the center was that when you enter the center and you come out, you are leaving, dadis will be somewhere sitting around Some will read Murli, but if they are very old, then the young ones will read Murli. So in Panda Bhavan, outside, Dadi Gulzar's mother, her name was All Rounder Dadi. You know the story why she was called All Rounder. She will be sitting there when you enter, when you come in, and there is a beautiful word which is used for someone who is very beloved and very sweet. In Hindi, is called Lala. Lala, Lala, you know. I don't know how in French, English, it will be. It's like, but it's not red, you know. But Lala, Lala is very sweet child. So it's like you are called, you know, it's like from the heart, they talking to you. And that creates my connection with God. It's just her saying it. It's like it touches so deeply. And you just start feeling, I belong to God. This is God's family. This is God's home. So there's a natural attraction to go again. Sometimes when I compare today's Baba's homes, and at that time I say, what is missing is love. That means if there could be, as I said, love is not where there is, you know, attachment or anything, but how God loves every one of us because they had experienced love from Sakar Baba. 14 years they were together, 200 some staying together. Not easy, right? But they did it because of God's love. But sometimes I keep thinking, what is sweetness, you know? And then I realize it really comes from love. And then when there is this love, you know, I was 15, 16, but they will talk to me as I am a very big girl. And that makes me feel kind of that I am mature. Because what our love and the way we speak creates in others is the real service. Today we think service is more people, course, programs, but real service is when the soul is touched. And as soon as soul is touched, you don't have to ask that soul to come again. Are you coming? No. Because there is so much pull there to go for the attainment of that experience of love. So once I was mentioning this, that some say, but it's not practical. Most of the instruments have to just leave for work or they have jobs. But that's not necessarily could be the reason. So we had a older woman at Harmony House with Jewish background. She said, can I sit outside in a sense at the entrance and welcome everyone? I said, yes, you can. And that was also magic in itself. So it's kind of the welcome and goodbye from Baba's home. Now, Baba is saying, talking about respect, give regard. And then he's saying it creates a record. So anywhere you go for a job, anywhere you go, even for us, if I am appointed for another center, first thing everyone would, how is she? Is she sweet? Is she nice? Is she loving? And based on that, naturally, even there shouldn't be impression, you are welcome there. Of course, other specialties of being creative and being alert or good timetable, discipline. But first, interconnection with others, interaction with others is sweetness, is love. So whenever we sit with Baba, just experience God's love and sweetness so that my sanskars can be based on that. And when we keep this aim, then there are a lot of holes, lot of hurts, a lot of things from many, many births with many different souls. God, receiving God's love will help us to heal. Because as far as I remember, always that yes, everyone loves you, try to give you love, but some can't receive it. They don't feel it. Many reasons, right? So keeping our record, as soon as you go to Shantivan, there are few thousand souls, Baba's children. As soon as you enter, you could feel how much they love you, how much they respect you, how much they care for you. So it's very important. Past is past, but from today, to create such a register, or your activities should be such, wherever you go, you will be surprised that like in Madhuban, Gyan Sarovar, they have so many workers, like maids and servants. I mean, they really work hard. But if you talk to them with a lot of love and with respect, they do anything for you. But there are some coordinators, if they shout at them, so they do work, but not with respect. So it doesn't matter who anyone is, whether it's a position or whatever way. And I find who are older, they are the ones, they need lot of love. And we need to be very respectful to them. Because generally people will shout at them, or it's always you didn't do enough. But when you talk with love, sweetly and with respect, I see that they are so committed and they really kind of take care of us properly. So it's a very, very good quality. So today Baba is saying that always remember that you have to respect everyone, give regard to everyone, and create a good record. As much you give regard, that much you receive regard. And the interesting point is, as much you are the helpers of Yajna, you will receive help from Yajna. What help we need from Yajna? A feeling of belonging, right? It's my Yajna. Everyone is my family. So if you have that kind of feelings, I know some of us have not different experiences, But if you get physically sick there, I have seen Brother Nirvair has a policy, and he always talks in the main meeting. Anyone who is not well, it's our foremost duty to take care of that soul, to any doctor, any hospital, any amount of budget. We should take care, means we as Yagya. And even otherwise, there are circumstances. And there are some, they couldn't get it. What's the reason? So we have to always think, I am Yagya's helper. And then Yagya also helps me at the right time. There are some of the points which you will need to think and churn, and whenever we have chat, you can ask. But I found that it's a very, very interesting. I cannot share many things, but my experience is that when I came to Yagya, then there was nothing in Yagya, nothing in the sense of, no vehicle, no truck, no, whatever they needed, basics. And when I came, my family, we were many of us. So I remember when we got the first very old truck from military, and we bought it for Yagya to bring vegetables and all that. Many, many older sisters didn't have proper slippers. So one of my younger sister, she will go to the store and buy a whole store, in the sense of as many. And we take for those older daddies, and that they should have proper slipper. And I remember Baba used to ask, to get some text material for daddies and senior sisters, their clothing. So we used to say yes. So it's like we became part of, it's our family, and everyone, even now, all those are not there. They all have become ancestors. But somewhere that energy is there. So when I enter, I feel it's my home. Not because it's Baba's home, but it's my home. And have beautiful feelings. So becoming helper and receiving help is really a good principle of Yagya. Right, so tomorrow's homework, give respect, you will get respect. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi. Good evening, everyone. Shanti.
Om Shanti.
My first question to you is, what do you think is the difference between love, respect, and regard?
What is the difference, or what's the connection?
Difference and connection. Love, respect, and regard.
Respect and regard can be same, but love definitely is different. I think that as soon as you understand about yourself and others, but as I said, that eternal quality, which is, I think, in each one of us, we might not express, but is love. Love is a very natural quality, and very common. You look at it, I love you, I love this, or in New York, we always have this symbol of heart, right? So love is very important and very natural. Now, then comes respect. And respect is not because of status or age or anything. Regard sometimes is used more like, it could be status-wise too. I can say that our president, when I listened to her talks, I said, oh, I really like it. I have regard for her. It's like a character, reputation, a person is, then it's like a regard. We use that word. But respect is for everyone.
Wow, great. Thank you, Didi. So this morning, I've been curious about sweetness since this morning. Baba must have mentioned the word sweetness over 20 times in the Murli. When we say Baba is sweet, what does that mean? Like, what qualities does he have? Why do we say Baba is sweet?
Okay, who can help me? There are so many sitting around. Yeah, that's what I had been reflecting on, Baba's sweetness. And then, for me, I immediately go back because I experienced Shiv Baba through Brahma Baba, right? So I immediately start thinking when I first met Brahma Baba, it was in Delhi, and I was not in knowledge, but I was connected with Brahma Baba through letters. I didn't seen him. It was first time. So I was in university. I had to go directly because they gave me appointment at 5 in the afternoon. So I directly went there. And then when I went, Baba was sitting on, Baba always sat on this kind of cushion. In his room is a big like mattress, but there are small sides. So Baba was sitting there and they asked me to sit because like I didn't know how I'm going to present myself or what's in the room, what will happen. So the way they guided me, I kept doing it. So I sat there and Baba gave, his face was, one is smile, laughing, but very, very, I have to say sweet because I don't have other word. But the beauty of that and his love, and it's like nothing is forceful, threatening, or it's just very, very, very lovely, very gentle, very nice. And I think he knew me when I could feel it. And the way he was talking, like what I am today, he's talking at that time. So it's just like, I don't know, when you eat sweet, how you feel. So how to describe. There is a song, beautiful song. Someone asked about love, and they said it's only when you fall in love you can understand. So sweetness is also something like that. It's only, but because we have contrast of bitterness, sour, bitter, so we know sweet. So it's like there is nothing in God, right, against anyone, dislike for anyone. He is so pure, and that purity could be also his sweetness. How do you feel when people are sweet or not?
Right, they're kind and they're gentle, like you're saying. And then they also have this, there's no animosity. There's this feeling of that they're looking out for the best in you. Yeah. Because I'm thinking after you're just saying, Didi, I feel that sweetness has all virtues in it. Like if you have all the virtues, then you're sweet. Like sweetness is a combination of all virtues.
Not
like,
only virtues, but powers too.
Right.
If you haven't been able to tolerate something, so that bitterness is left, or some expectations you have are not fulfilled, you have some bitterness. It's accumulated little bit here, there, and that comes out in some way or other, So, but that is why this time we should just have, Baba saying good feelings, good wishes for everyone. Then it's possible to be sweet with everyone. But it does magic, definitely.
Right.
It does magic. We are doing some work in Shantivan. And so interesting when what the personalities are and on phone to talk to them. But you could feel how respectful they are, how sweet they are, or even if there is anything, So I think that it get expressed in some way or other. So I think we should pay attention not to hold anything.
Right.
Always love, peace, because that's what our service is about, right?
Right. Right.
And if we are this, today I was saying that everything depends on the instrument, right? Whether it's expansion, whether it is prosperity, whether it is whatever it is, depends on instrument. Dadis were instrument, then we became instrument. So everyone is an instrument, but the qualities of instrument is what brings the souls, right? It's not promotion, it's not advertisement, it's not what the place is like, but it's just the vibrations. So if every instrument of Baba, they become lovely and sweet. Everyone has a lot of knowledge. Everyone has, all Baba's blessings. But Baba keep repeating, be sweet, sweetest children, sweetest children. And today I like when Baba said, it's not happiness, but Baba said, sukh, Sukh is very comforting, deep feelings of joy. So give happiness to everyone. We generally say that. So when you are sweet, it's like you have eaten something sweet, and after that, in your mouth, you still feel sweet, right? So that kind of feelings could stay with the souls with our sweetness. So once I said to Dadi Jani, she was in New York and we all RCs were there that day, 4 of us. You all have to do nothing. You don't need to carry papers. You don't have to need phone. Just love. I said, but if we are very loving, people get attached. And it's not easy, right? She said it can't happen. Even if there is attachment, but because of your purity, that will help them. And then we became little bit kind of, before we always had little fear, no? Now they will get attached for what we will do and with someone's attachment, even if we are not attached. And after that, we realized that when there is purity, then Dadi said, look, 2 of us, do we have attachment? I said, well, yes. She said, this attachment is very important. It's from the purity. So then this one time it happened, all seniors were there and I was going for a very big surgery. So they all were giving good wishes just half an hour before. I'm in hospital, just about to go. And the rabbi said, should I come? I said, no, I think I'm fine. Then each one it's like, so the question after that, I asked them, but should we inform you if body is not well? Because it's a lot of wasteful thoughts and you all will be concerned. And immediately they said, it's very important so that we can give support. We can give whatever the feelings of love. Sometimes we feel like some people, oh, I was very sick 8 days, but I didn't tell you. So the question was, should I tell or not? And
Right.
they were saying, yes, we should tell, because that is where families love, power of purity, everything can be useful.
Right.
Right. So
Right.
when you're talking of love, lot of love stories, lot of love stories.
Didi, I have one more question about sweetness, and I had a couple of other questions, but depending on time, I'll ask. The question about sweetness is, you were talking about all-rounder Dadi. When you generally look at Dadi, right? Like when you looked at Dadi Chandramani, or this morning, Luciana Ben was talking about Dadi Kumarka, that it's not like worldly sweet, right? You can't just say them, oh, they're worldly sweet, but you were saying how sweet they were. They really were so sweet. And so what is this difference between worldly sweetness and the sweetness Dadis had?
Sweet, loving, and respectful. They were sweet, loving, and respectful. See, worldly sweetness could be just the words, like there is etiquette or manners. So you speak very nicely, but not necessarily there is that sweetness which Baba's children have. You will be surprised that when somebody is not well in hospital and you cook food for that soul, we had to do very often there. You want make a soup or something to take to hospital. And when you go there, everyone around, nurses and all that, they are so touched. Or Dadi Janki walking around to see the patients in global hospital. So I think that the love and the expression of that sweetness, which is shown either as kindness or belonging, or it's like you really want to support, you really want to sustain that soul. So it's like soul consciousness at level of the soul. It's a different kind of sweetness.
Mm. Right, right, right. In Sunday's Murli Didi, Baba said that if someone is angry with you, you should just take it as love. How would you say that? How do you interpret that?
Because taking out anger is helping that soul, right? Because if that soul is holding that anger, is hurting the self, might hurt many others. So that Janki used to tell, don't get angry on anyone. Come and get angry on me. I won't say anything. Because if you get angry on someone, it will be confrontation, could be argument, it will hurt also. So I think that I feel if someone is sick and internally there is something and they throw out, they will get well now. So why should it hurt me? Yeah.
So,
Ultimately, our gentleness, our sweetness, giving respect, not minding when they are angry, would help that soul a lot.
mm,
You know what? Mafia anger. There are some Brahmins once in a while they get very angry about if their book is not published or something hasn't been done, so they get angry. And if we take help from any psychiatrist, or what they do is allow them to get angry.
right.
So as much they have to say, let them say, get angry. And after that, they can think properly. So, I know with one time with me, this person, I'm coming in on this day and I'm going to kill you. So everyone got very concerned. So they asked our neighbor, town and the mayor if they have security, if something really happens. But how everything ended was something very beautiful. So someone's anger because of whatever they couldn't deal with is not on you. It's not angering on me.
Right,
It's not on his frustrations, right? His
right.
disappointment. And we couldn't do what his expectation was because it was not right for an organization to do something. So to deal with anger is, I think one has to go through. Brahma Baba is resting and someone came with a big sword and they saw his body of light and they left. I always remember that way. It's not now, but it happens once in a while. Where people are so upset that they come to a point that we're going to hurt. Said, okay, let's see. And I keep telling everyone, no way anyone can touch me, ever. You all
Right.
don't worry. But still they arrange security. They call police if should stop that person in the border or what to do. And I said, no, let's see. So I think internally, if you are with Baba, you are fearless, it's all right. But
Um,
that person got very well.
oh, that's good.
Mm.
Maybe your vision changed. Or her.
I can't say that, but
Right.
something did happen.
I know we are about time, but I want to ask one more question before we leave. It was very similar again in Sunday's Murli. Baba was saying, even if someone is impure, see the purity. And so talk to us briefly about how do you see purity when someone is impure?
Originally soul is not impure now. It has cultivated. So whatever has been cultivated, we have to help that soul to purify, And, Didi Mohini used to say, are you all Ganges? So a very, very sinful soul goes to take a dip in the Ganges. Ganges doesn't become impure, right?
Right.
All impure ones go in a physical way. They go and take dip in the Ganges in Haridwar, right? So Ganges doesn't reject anyone. So every soul is pure, but is suffering because of vices, has accumulated, I call it cultivated, all that acquired. So through our pure love, pure drishti, I think as we becoming pure, they start becoming pure too. Yeah.
Right.
Don't
right.
look at anyone you are impure. That's dangerous.
Right. That is very dangerous. Right. That is very dangerous.
Dangerous because you don't know that person can act in impurity. What will you do? So
right. And also it will affect us and it will come on to us if we are looking. Yeah. That is, thank you, Didi. And I took a little bit more time today, but thank you very much for your insights. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Vyakti Parivar. So tomorrow is Saturday. We will go through schedule after we see the step for Hatha Yoga for tomorrow. So please stay back.
Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. I begin to look at myself in the way that God sees me, through a compassionate eye, an eye filled with understanding. I, the soul, like every soul, I have been on a journey through time in which I experience the fullness of the self, the fullness of all experiences. In the first half, I am fully illuminated, completely my true self, brilliant. In the second half, I come into a period of forgetting, opening up the possibility of different experiences. But I always return to the brilliance of my true self.
Om Shanti Vyakti Parivar. So please make a note of tomorrow's schedule. It's a little bit different. So tomorrow, Saturday, Amrit Vela, 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Meditation will start at 6 a.m. followed by Hindi Avek Murli. And then, as you all know, that Didi and we are in Peace Village and there's a huge regional retreat going on. So Mohini Didi will be joining regional teachers for class at 8 a.m. So we will also connect Avyakti Parivar with them. So you all will be able to hear Didi's class from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. So please make a note that will be in English. Class will be in English and other languages will be translated. Again, first Murli, Avek Murli, Hindi, and then English class by Mohini Didi until 9 a.m. tomorrow, Saturday. Avyakti Children class from 1:30 to 3 p.m. Avyakti Youth class from 3 to 4 p.m. Again in the evening, just make a note that we'll have same schedule, but the chit chat with Brother Eric will be on Sunday instead of tomorrow. So I know you can see Brother Eric's name there, but it's gonna be for Sunday. So please make a note of that. So of course, Hindi series, meditation and English series, but the chit chat will be on Sunday. Thank you very much. And now, let's do Avek Murli. Welcome to Avyakti Journey. Avyak Murli is from 1969, speaking to the heart of an angel.
Om Shanti, Avyakt Murli, 22nd of January, 1971. The signs of souls seated on the heart throne. What would you call this gathering today? What name would you give to this gathering? This is the gathering of the arms of Father Brahma, and this is why this gathering is called the gathering of Bab-Dada's faithful helpers who are seated on Bab-Dada's heart throne, the Master Almighty Authority Group. So do you now understand that this group has so many titles, number-wise, according to effort? What is the sign of those who are seated on the heart throne? Baba is asking questions because this is a group of teachers. What is the sign of those who are seated on a throne? The sign of being seated on a throne is that they have both the tilak and the crown. Both these are the signs of those seated on a throne. This is why this is also the sign of those who are seated on the heart throne. They always have the sign of the imperishable stage of the soul, the tilak, shining on their forehead, visible even from a distance. Secondly, the pure feelings of benefit for all souls will constantly be visible on their face and in their eyes. All these signs should be clearly visible on their face. Thirdly, their thoughts, words, and actions will be the same as those of the Father. Fourthly, they have the power to fill the souls they serve with the three virtues of love, power, and cooperation. These four aspects are their sign. Now you can check your own result as to what extent these four signs are visible. one makes others the same as oneself. Today, Baba is relating all this because this is a gathering of teachers. You must fill all the souls you serve with all these aspects. What is the result up to now? Each of you can see your own result. What is the majority? Some have the specialty of love, and some have the specialty of being cooperative. But the inculcation of being the form of power is lacking. What is visible as a sign of this, do you know? What is the sign of the lack of power? What is the sign of a lack of the power of discrimination? You were told one aspect, that there will not be success in service. In a few words, a clear sign of this is that they will have many questions of what, how, and why in every aspect. It will be very difficult for them to apply the full stop of the drama. This is why they themselves will be in a confusion of what, why, and how. Secondly, they will never be able to make other souls come close. They will bring them into a relationship, but not into a close relationship. Do you understand? Om Shanti.
वो बतलाया नहीं जाता। हैं ज्ञान भी बता सकते हैं बातें भी सुना सकते हैं ज्ञान भी बता सकते हैं बातें भी मिला है रस जो इस दिल को पिलाया वो नहीं जाता तेरा वो प्यार है बाबा जो समझाया नहीं जाता कोई पूछे अगर मुझसे बाबा का प्यार कैसा है कोई पूछे अगर मुझसे बाबा का प्यार कैसा है कहूँगी करके देख लो दिखाया वो नहीं जाता तेरा वो प्यार है बाबा जो समझाया नहीं जाता मैंने देखे हजारों हैं जो करते प्यार ईश्वर से मैंने देखे हजारों हैं जो करते प्यार ईश्वर से बसे तो जिसकी आँखों में बसाया और नहीं जाता तेरा वो प्यार है बाबा जो समझाया नहीं जाता
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.